My name is Quackersall. Welcome back to EU4, our France is already OP campaign. Last episode we saw the entire partitioning of Ming there. You see that? It's crazy. We also almost killed Bengal. We hurt the Ottomans pretty badly. Ate Mali. We ate Morocco. We ate Brunei. We ate Hispal. And we are currently 140% overextension. So we're going to be doing this again for a little bit, but I'm hopeful that it's a short time frame of rebel stomping, because we have a wave of overextension finishing up, new cores finishing up in just like a month or two, 3 or 4. So hopefully it doesn't last too long where we have to do this BS again. Also, Spain, it's getting there. It really is. If we can get Spain integrated, I will be happy. I still want to integrate a few more subjects, but that's a big one. Like, if we can get Spain integrated, of all the New World actually in our direct subjects, we'll get a bunch more merchants that don't matter. See the 128k I have decided to stop spending money. It's just a waste of time at this point. It has been for a while, to be truthful. I also think our golden era is gonna end. I think I took it like 1711 or something like that. We'll see. I'm not looking it up. I still can't get over the fact that we have that immortal admiral. You see all these flagships? I haven't built a single flagship. That's something that I kind of neglect. There are some instances where I'll build like a trade flagship out of a light ship with all the extra trade. It can be useful, but other than that, I don't think they're worth the investment. Although, I'll be completely truthful, I very much undervalue Navy in this game. Terms of surrender, dude. Nice. That's plus 33, like you can pay for your naval thing. I forget what they even call it, because you take it like once in the game and then you just leave it there. Doctrine? I think it's doctrine. Although that sounds like the doctrines in Ahoy 4. I've been playing a little bit of Ahoy 4 lately, so I might be mixing up what it is. No worries. Yeah, the Napoleon there. See how many flagships we can end up with by the end of the game if we integrate a bunch of subjects. I try not to get rid of those, even if I get rid of other stuff I inherit from subjects. I'd love to know. I'm pretty sure it's like 70 or 72 when we'll get Spain integrated. God, I do that a lot. Did that in the last episode. Called them France. And it's not just because he's a subject either. Like, I do that in other campaigns where I am neither Spain or France. I call Spain France sometimes, and I call France Spain sometimes. Racism. Not really. It's not my intention, at least. I wish that mountain range between UA and French Tibet wasn't there. Unfortunately, this isn't Stellaris, so I can't rework the actual crust of a planet, I suppose. You could blast some tunnels and stuff, though, in like Hoy 4 time era or later. Or even earlier. It actually sounds like something they would do in like a Victoria game, that time period. It's like, countries don't do that kind of stuff anymore. Most countries don't do like major reworks of the environment. During the Depression, the US had something called rural electrification, which is an idea that we wanted to get electricity to every home in the country, even really far out in the rural areas, unless they absolutely didn't want it. And to pull that off, they build a bunch of hydroelectric dams all over the country. I live in the southeast of the United States, so there are a lot of dams. On every river has 5 or 6 dams going up and down it, and then lakes caused by those dams. And like, they wouldn't allow, like, environmental people would not allow that nowadays. They would lobby hard to get that shut down. But the ones that still exist, like the Hoover Dam, China still does stuff like that. They're like, screw it, let's flood this town. We'll tell everybody to leave. If they don't leave, they die. I shouldn't laugh. That's horrible. Yeah, they do some amazing stuff over there, though. But yeah, that time period. Doesn't Victoria 2 go up to like 1936? I think it does. Supposed to go basically the time frame that Victoria was alive, right? She lived like a long time. Okay, so rebels are not fun. I don't know how else to say it. There are 80k rebels on Constantinople. Okay, that's like, but we're getting through it a little bit quicker. This is not nearly as overwhelming of rebels as it was before. I really had to slow down for that one a couple episodes back. Yeah, just kill him. Then we took a fort, didn't he? 8.6 morale's not bad. It's not like the 10 that I sometimes get up to if I build for it, but it's adequate. Yeah, this is really not that bad, rebels. I really wish I didn't have to leave that separatist sentiment up. The only thing I think the developers could do is make it so that multiple separatist sentiments could come up. Like, the timer starts as soon as the first separatist sentiment comes up, and then it would no longer be the correct tactical decision to leave that modifier up on the screen, that event up on the screen. And if you wanted to be nice, you could put it so that as soon as the separatist sentiment popped up, a timer started for the next one that had an additional, is it 60 days that that an event can stay up, or something like that? Whatever that time frame is, you make that timer start when the event pops up, but have that time frame built into it. Instead, right now, the timer starts when you hit OK on the event. So the correct strategic or tactical decision, the strategic decision, isn't it, is to not click the button and let it time out, so you get as much time until the next negative event. That, you know, makes it look bad. But I'm still gonna do it because I am weak. Amir is actually kind of super weird looking. Oh, my naysayers. Pick them out. Iron back. I have unlimited money. It's fine. Officers deserting is painful, though. But to tell you the truth, the worst one at this phase of the game is the legitimacy hit. The tell my heir to start worrying one. 15 legitimacy at this point in the game is crippling. It reduces your absolutism so much. I'd rather get separatist sentiments all day long than that. What I should do is play on my my monitor from work. I have a 4K monitor from work, but you know, I work on that one, so I don't play on it. The UI would be bigger, so that I could keep that separatist sentiment in the bottom left corner easier and still be able to click things behind it easier. But my monitor can't do that big a resolution. Also, I don't know how it would look like. I should try it out though, and just see what it would look like as a video. It might be too small. You could probably change what it looks like. I don't know. I've never actually tried it. I've thought about playing EU4 at work, or now I'm working from home, but while I'm supposed to be working, but yeah, I'm bored, but I'm not, you know, I'm still working, so I need to try to find a way to do something constructive for work. I didn't realize he had those cores still, so we'll get those, even though I don't really want to give him too much land. Just the one more, though. I wonder if we could... I guess we're waiting out the Ming truce because it's only 5 years, because the white pieced him in the Hispal War. That's probably the correct decision. He also has another fort that I forgot about down in the bottom left, so I think he actually has 3 forts still. Plus his capital probably went to a non-fort location, so he has 3 big forts and 1 level 1 fort. And as you can see, I'm on a, like, splitting the enemy kick. I split Delhi in half. Actually 3 parts, 3 big chunks. Super border gore, but you know what? I will eventually own it all, so I don't care. See all those Scootage subjects. I love it. They don't get hurt in wars. They could actually be useful. They're giving me actually a decent amount of money. See that? I like it. Why not? I'm not even diverting most of their trade, so who cares? I have 153,000 ducats. Wow, I'm just embracing it. I forgot about that. I was already at 140. I'm just like, screw it. Might as well go up to 197. So I'm actually not 100% certain, but I'm pretty certain that the rate in which you get 100% overextension events, the bad overextension events, is the same at 100.1 and 199.9. You go over 200 though, you start getting them at a higher rate. And then if you go 300, it goes up again, I believe. I don't know if it goes after that. You correct me if I'm wrong about that, because if it's the way I'm looking at it is we have 140% overextension. It's not going away anytime soon. I might as well do 197% overextension. You know, like, but if it is, if there's a breakpoint somewhere in there, like 150 or something, that might modify my strategic decisions. And if the breakpoint doesn't really exist at 200, it might modify the strategic decisions as well. But I can't help but notice that there seems to be a little bit more rebels. I'll just build 40 stacks and eventually overwhelm them. And he picked up another... We had 4 forts now. Because wasn't there like a Koonsgaard guy or whatever his name is there? Just at the beginning of the episode? Kinda crazy. AI still trying to conquer things. Desperately trying to find some way to expand his dev. I'm gonna build a 40 stack on the Bridge Isles to take care of all that crap. Because why not? I'm doing 30 stacks of mercs and 10 of cannons. I know I could do like 30 30s or even 40 40s at this point, but I think it's a waste. Too many times when I build stacks that big, I accidentally leave them somewhere where they only have like 23% or 23 units of force limit. Not force limit, but supply limit. And then all it's doing is just sucking manpower and sucking money down. If it's just all mercs, I guess that would be fine. Maybe I should build merc cannons. I have 158k in the bank. Why not? I don't think I'm going to do that. My EU4 instincts like scream at me. It's even thinking about building merc cannons. Alright, we got most of his forts. Yeah, see, the rebels are definitely higher at 197 than they are at 140. I know it's completely anecdotal. I should just look at the code. Or if it's on the wiki. Can't always trust the wiki, but they're actually more reliable than some people make it out to be. Usually just, if there's any problem, it's just because it's out of date. When it was put up there, it was probably right. Or when it was put up there and its initial vetting process went through, because I'm sure some people put up crap, but usually when I find something on the wiki that's not right, I can take a minute and realize, oh, that was right in patch 1.8, or that was right in patch 1.11, or something like that. There's been a lot of changes in this game. A whole heck of a lot. Sometimes you don't remember some of them, like Islamic PUs and spending monarch points to build buildings and stuff like that. They're just so long ago. It's also, just the map changes are huge. I got a really old Arumba video shown to me by YouTube not too long ago. I think it was back when he did his first, like, he played, was it? Yeah, he was the Ottomans and he went Orthodox and then become the Emperor, and he was going to go for World Conquest, but he never finishes the campaign. And just looking at the map, it was like a cartoon drawing of somebody playing EU4. So much less detail on the map, so many less provinces. It's just very interesting, very interesting. Just to see the dramatic change when you don't see it just patch after patch. I've been looking at I think, yeah, 1.28, 1.29 maps don't look very dissimilar. The changes are in very specific places, but if you look at 1.29 and like 1.8 or 7 or 4, whatever he was playing in, it's drastic. I can't wait till 1.30 though. I am so looking forward to it. And every time they do these dev diaries, I'm just like, oh, just tell us the date. Every time you don't tell us the date, I assume it goes like 1 week longer. I assume when they tell us the date, we're gonna have, it will, like, say they said the date today, it would be June 21st or something like that when the game came out. And or maybe June 11th or something like that, somewhere in that range. And I'm afraid, like, if they wait another week to tell us the date, it'll be the end of June. And they wait another week to tell us the date, oh, it might even be July. And they wait, and hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm super wrong, but you know, I've not been wrong in the past. I have been wrong in the past as well, but there have been times where I've not been wrong, and it scares me. But it's right in line with what I thought at the beginning of the year. Somebody asked me in January, when do you think 1.30 is coming out? And I said, probably May or June, and they laughed at me. And now everybody's like, yeah, you might be right. And now I'm like, I'm hoping I'm right, because it could be July. We will see, though. I'm definitely going to play the crap out of it. Because I'm kind of like, I was kind of getting a little burned out of EU4. And then this campaign, some of the MPs I've done recently, I don't know, it's got kind of like a second wind. I really love this game. That's why I've played it for so many years. I was thinking about why out of all the Paradox games, this one grabs me the most, and I'm assuming it has to do with mechanically. It mechanically fits my brain patterns the best, but I also think it's the time period. And basically every other Paradox game, I have preconceived notions about the time period that it's in. But this time period was basically a blank slate for me, where I have relatively little knowledge. I could say that. Very little knowledge about the time frame between the 1400s and the 1800s. Like, well, I have some because of my schooling focus on American history. I had some of that late period, 1700s, and that kind of thing. But that's more focused around like the Victoria II time era. I know EU4 gets into that right at the end, but that's also not the focus of EU4. So like this game, I came at much more fresh, and any history that I know about EU4, I have either learned because of the game or indirectly because of the game, because I was interested and went and found it out because of the game. So that just gives me a cleaner slate. So like if I play Hearts of Iron games, especially when I first started playing Hearts of Iron games, it was like, oh, this is a World War II simulator. You know, I want to try to do everything just like World War II. Or if I changed something, there was like almost an air of reverence. Like I have to put Nimitz in charge of the carriers, as the U.S. Like they named a carrier class after him after World War II. Come on, that kind of crap. That's fun, and it's a little bit of roleplay kind of crap, but it also is not necessarily the best strategic decisions. And it's a game, and you got to learn how to play it without preconceptions if you want to be any way good at it. But then again, I also just like having fun with games, so there's a balance there. I guess EU4 just reaches that balance the best for me. Yeah, these rebels are definitely picking up, but we're still making decent time. This is the third part of the session, and what is it, three years already, I think, which is more than we got in the other heavily rebel influenced. And we're fighting Ming, so every time we can fight Ming, I think we're doing okay. At least dead. Let's see if I can remember all the people we gotta kill. We're just down to like the Ottomans, Delhi, Little Bengal, Ming, and his tributaries. But his tributaries are Oirat, Manchu, and he actually has a Holland that's been colonizing. He's out of things to colonize though, so I think he only ended up with like 3 or 4 provinces out in the Pacific. That happens a lot though, I've noticed in late game. Some faction, usually somebody from Europe, will like super migrate, where they'll just find an island. He did it twice on me. I killed Holland in Holland, but he had a colony in was that Southwest Africa, that one little thing between South Africa and West Africa. And then I killed him there at one point and didn't realize that he had a colony out in where is it, in I think it's in the Philippines. It's blending in with the Ming colonies, and then he now has a few out there in like near Tahiti and that kind of stuff. That was a province that Spain had. I knew I saw that. Well, we're getting really close to integrating Spain, so maybe we'll even do that this episode. That would be cool. We're on what, 95.8%? Ain't bad. Ain't bad. I was gonna say I was gonna wait till I got to the end of the month and say the percentage again. Like, that's a change, but it's taken so long to get through a month, even on triple speed. Yeah, that's rebels for you. There's just so much going on. Oh, good God. There it went. 96.3, so we're getting like 5.5% per month. It's just a matter of months now. Not even that long. There we go. Get the stacks killed. That's the main thing. I can go clean up the occupations. Get the stacks killed. And then I'll come back through with the 1 stacks if I have to. Get them back real quick. I wonder if there's a better way I could be doing these voiceovers. What I'm actually doing is I'm watching the recorded footage. I've took the recorded footage, I condensed it down triple time, with no music. But it still has some of the other sound effects, I guess is the word. And then right now I'm watching that video on one computer while the computer I'm recording on has EU4 running with a blank screen. Like, the recording software is not actually recording EU4, it's just recording the sounds. And I'm just having the music from EU4 play while I watch my video and don't even pay attention to it and bitch about other things. But I think it seems to be the best way that I could do that. I don't know if I'm going to continue this kind of editing style after this campaign is done. I want to try more of what I'm doing for the multiplayer, but I think I've already discussed that multiple times in the last couple episodes. So I'll stop harping on it. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Delhi is a lot smaller than it used to be. Another 100% peace deal war with Ming will really take a lot out of him. You see me going for most of the forts there? That is intentional. We're just kind of like spiraling out. That's cool. There, we'll have Yunnan and Jiangxi. There's still one up there, that little jut up into Manchu. I probably should have taken that, but it is what it is. Not what I meant to go for, is it? Yeah, I was going for the other flag. Come on, brain. You can do it. Why did we take money? Ugh. Early game instincts. Fill up the war score. Although, to be fair, we are probably gonna give all this out to subjects, attack one of his subjects, and then white peace Ming. So I guess it makes sense to do as much war score as possible, but I should have probably tried to find a province instead of 2 ticks of money or whatever it was. I have 162,000 ducats. I wonder at what point we will hit the cap on money. I'm betting we will, and we could multiple times if I wanted to. Like, get up to 1 million ducats, and then spend it all down, and then get back up to 1 million ducats. And just the amount of click fatigue that takes is staggering. There's another core there. I'm just trying to give out as much as I can, and if I have to, I'll core some of it, but the hope is that I won't have to. Looking decent. Like we might be able to do that. Oh, look at the math. The mental estimation math. It worked out. Yeah, I bet I could give all that to them. Bam! We're still 126% over though, but that's pre-existing before that war, so it'll go away soon. Soon, TM, as they say. Or as people write. I don't think anybody ever says that out loud. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Especially about things that are cool and what people say. I'm wrong about that crap all the time. Oh, there's that Dunsgar there guy as well. Got rid of Chagatai though, I think. Which is good. Alright, back to Worth Bing. Get him siege down. He only has the 2 forts. And then we're gonna eat some of the Manchu. And if I do another war with Ming, even after this war with Manchu, I bet you Manchu will break out. Just too big. Stay under that now dinky Ming. I'm just not giving him a chance. I didn't want him to yet. I needed to use him to get a white peace with the Ming and shorten the truce timer. If we get him out in just a few months, it might still be 1769 when we go back to war with him. I doubt it though. It takes a little while to siege down Ming, even with as much as we took from him already. And then Yue and Min and Jin there aren't allowed to be attacked or sieged down. Super nice. Our forces back together, forgetting about those guys on that fort. Moving on, and they'll probably take it. Yeah, just end game stuff. Oh no, we're killing them. Good. Yeah, I like to, if possible, keep them from taking forts. Man, this lack of schedule, of concrete schedule, is messing me up. It is 3:45 in the afternoon, and I'm yawning. That's weird. Alright, so... almost there. Once we get just a little bit more cord, all these guys are going to go away. And we have it much better in control than we did last time. We just have a lot more troops in the areas that are usually affected, which seems to be the lower parts of Africa, because they've been recently integrated, and a bunch of Europe, because Europeans keep separatism longer or something. I don't know why. It's like some of the stuff I integrated a century and a half ago. Separatism should be gone. It might be the crazy messed up different religions causing extra unrest up there. I wonder if I have... isn't tolerance of heretics and heathens linked? That'd be cool if it wasn't. If you could be like... because traditionally, people, especially in Europe, had weird opinions over, like, they would get more mad at heretics than they would heathens. Like, they don't know any better, but you're supposed to be a Christian, and you're interpreting it wrong, so I'd rather kill you for some reason. I guess if I can't understand why you would want to kill anybody over religion, I'm not going to be able to understand why you would want to kill people over certain aspects of religion. No, that's just a way I'm not able to interpret the world because of the way I've been socialized. It's Spain! He's integrated, finally. Oh, I'm so happy. That's actually probably a good place to stop the video. So I am going to take a break. Next episode, we will continue to marvel at all the stuff we integrated from the French, or from the Spanish, dang it. And leave me a like down below. And a subscribe if you'd like to help out the channel. Or a comment. Come over to the Discord if you want to talk about this series or what we're going to be doing next. Tentatively, it's going to be a Mamluks campaign. But I'm always open to other suggestions, might do them eventually, that kind of thing. Anyways, though, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.